You know what he does to me now? This is my son, my 17-year-old. A lot of times I'll fall asleep on the couch. You know that.
Yeah.
And I'll be asleep, just kind of nodding off, and he'll get within like a foot of my face and just put his face there. And you can sort of feel that. And I open my eyes, and there's his face. Just right there.
You can teach him a lesson. Next time you think you feel it, just swing.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm in sleep, so it's hard to know. And then you open your eyes, and there, your whole world is filled by his face. You know, that's.
What does he say?
That's what he does. He just starts laughing. He just loves that. You know, he just starts laughing when something like that happens.
He's got a certain joie de vivre.
He does have a joie de vivre now. That's a joie de vivre, if ever there was one.
I mean, if you know how they, if you're on social media, a lot of first day of school kind of pictures are showing up this week. You know, my name is this, my teacher is this, my favorite color is this, my color. I mean, he can say, look, my hobbies are joie de vivre.
He's 100% joie de vivre, and he's applying to Thug University as we speak.
What's your hobby? Keeping it real.
Exactly. And he starts his first day of his senior year today. He is officially a senior today.
Ah, what a great time. The first day of senior year.
And you know what Kristen was just saying, and it's so true. We have this to look forward to. Within the next 2 weeks or so, you're going to hear the stories of children left on the bus, dropped at the wrong place.
Oh, yeah, within the next 6 to 8 hours.
Angry mothers. Yeah. It'll be a mess.
Some poor 5-year-old rode a bus for 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, every year.
Taken to the wrong city.
You know what Chris Demm said? It's a magical time, isn't it?
It really is.
You know, the day, it's... You know, when a day is just ripe with possibility, but it hasn't happened. But
Not
you know
yet.
it's coming.
But you know it's coming. It's like the 3rd of July, when you know the next 24 hours will give us some form of disaster with
someone will lose a hand.
Losing a finger. We know somewhere. We don't know where, but somewhere that's going to happen. Some poor child is going to be driven to the wrong place and dropped miles from their house. It always happens.
It's the lead into a wonderful season now.
I'll tell you this. Now, I did read this, and you were talking about, I'm sure on social media there's tons of first day of school pictures.
Tons.
And I read some experts saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Because thieves, scam artists will look at all those things about your kid, and they'll come up to the kid and will know his favorite color already and that kind of stuff. Or worse yet, they'll see like your house in the background. They'll go into the details of the house and be able, you know, if there really are criminals out there that can see it. I mean, that's what people do, you know.
Yeah, I feel like we get these warnings all the time now. You know, don't post this, that. People don't care. They do it.
I know that. I know. But the kids, usually their pictures taken a lot of times in front of the house, like getting ready, going off to school. And you can see stuff about the house at that
That's
point.
got the name of the kid. And
Yeah,
if
all
somebody
that stuff.
wanted to,
Yeah.
if somebody wanted to say something bad about him or give bad information, they know the teacher's name.
Yeah,
You know?
all that stuff, you know.
If
But
they want to
people
call the grandmother or something and say something, they know the teacher's name.
people willingly put it out there, of course.
Yeah,
They do.
and
There's,
they'll continue to do it.
there's been one issue. Oh, yeah, that's true. But an expert just said, don't do it.
Background?
I forget. I read it a week ago. I really should have given this information a week ago. Today's the first day of school, and maybe I'm late on this.
Yeah, it's way too late.
And it was on the grid a week ago, and I just completely ignored.
It's too late
you
now.
know, it's too late. All these pictures are
Right
already
now, some parents tackling the other one, taking pictures because of you.
Don't do it.
Don't post the picture. Running across the neighborhood, across the lawn to do it. That's right. The one thing that has happened already is a bus. This was in Jacksonville, Florida. They had the first day of school last Wednesday. And a moving bus with children on the bus, had one wheel come off. And everybody was okay. The driver, they said, did a really good job. Got it off to the side of the road.
Well, you hope it's a back wheel, right? Because there are multiples.
It was a back wheel.
Yeah, there's at least 4.
But it, started to skid. And they got it off the road and everything. But one mom said, our kids were crazy. They were screaming and yelling.
Absolutely, she was frightened. She was panicking. It could have been a major accident when a wheel come off of any vehicle.
Actually, one kid had his phone on recording something else, so we heard reaction of what it was like inside the bus. Look at what Biggie did with that. He took that sound from inside the bus and did this.
The wheels on the bus go all through the town.
That was actual audio from inside the bus, and Biggie put that
Biggie did that.
in there. I thought he did a nice job.
Thank you. I like to add for effect for everyone involved.
And again, every child was fine.
And, look, sure they were terrified.
I want it said, but I want it stated.
Since they were fine, you can do that.
You can do that because they were fine.
The wheels on the bus go
do that. You can do it if you want to. I want to stress again, the children were all fine. So when we did this, it wasn't. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, well, our school was when we were going to grade school. Our school had it was a small student body, so there were only like 4 buses, and we had cartoon characters on our bus. We didn't even have to memorize numbers. Like
Really?
yeah, like our bus we rode Donald Duck or Goofy or Mickey.
Oh, I like that.
Total trademark infringement.
100%
But this
right.
was the 60s.
Yeah,
I was
Nobody
going to say,
cared.
how did you get the
It was
trade?
awesome.
How did your school get the trademarks for that? They didn't. They didn't.
Yeah.
You gonna mess with the Catholic Church? Well, you got the Catholic Church or Walt Disney.
Push. Man, that's tight. Man, I was just thinking how, as you were saying that, I was like, wonder how they wound up securing the rights. They didn't even bother.
Nah.
Didn't even go for that at all.
Oh man.
Did get a P1. Now, this is Josh who says more than 90% of bats submitted for rabies testing come back negative. So I've got that going for me, I guess. He says these are all from peer-reviewed articles. He's in the medical field. And he says, now you have 20 to 90 days before the incubation period starts on rabies.
See, but that's, again, different times.
Now, wait a minute. He says the 4-day recommendation comes from data from historical cases where a 4-day incubation period has been reported, but that's likely due to a severe wound and affected by the site of the wound. This is when a bat really gets at you or you already have
A visible wound?
A visible wound. Rabies is very dangerous, and if there's any question or doubt, go ahead and get treatment ASAP, but
Were you wearing a t-shirt and shorts, barefoot?
I was T-shirt and yes, exactly that.
So you're
T-shirt.
kind of exposed, but
Yeah.
you are also a gambler and a bad one.
I am.
Gambling right now.
I was gambling at the time. I was doing a fantasy football draft at the time the bat came in. Once symptoms begin, rabies is universally fatal. It has the highest mortality rate of any disease on Earth once it has been established.
Yeah, if that one human got away, otherwise it would have an unblemished record.
One girl got bit
Yeah.
by something and got rabies and did beat it, but that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
And we don't know how. I mean, it was incredible. They were able to treat it and beat it, which just never ever happens because it is fatal. Exactly. I want to know. So if dogs get rabies shots ahead of time, humans don't though. I mean, there's no reason for that. I guess for everybody to get a rabies shot.
I guess not. You'd think if you were an animal owner, you'd want to go
I
ahead
know.
and get one, but I don't know how it works different from like a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
Stepping on a nail or something like that, they give you tetanus.
I know. I've never thought of that.
I get tetanus shots when you just go for a checkup. I'm like, you need a tetanus shot.
That's about, 10 years for a tetanus?
I think that's
5
right.
or
It's
10.
multiple
It's-
years.
It lasts a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you would almost think,
Your dogs get it every other year.
yeah, my dog just got hers.
Yeah.
So it's like could humans not get it and then be good for 2 years or 5 years or whatever it might be on? I don't know. I have no idea.
Insurance don't want to cover it.
Maybe not.
And maybe the risk is so small.
Maybe. You always go back to insurance, too, Dave.
Well, I mean, let's call it what it is.
You always
Moolah.
You always
Talk about your bloodsuckers.
That's right. You ain't seen nothing yet.
by the
Could
way,
you tell if your bat was brown, a little brown bat? Is that the most common thing?
it looked black. It was very. It was. I thought it was black. It looked like exactly like something you'd buy and put up on a bulletin board for Halloween.
Classic bat.
Classic black bat, and I'd never seen one up close like that before.
They don't do anything else. I mean, they can't give you anything else, can they? Besides terror.
They gave me night
I mean, they
sweats.
can't give you.
I don't know. That's
I don't think so.
I think rabies is the chief concern here. By the way, it was my daughter's birthday party over the weekend. You know,
How was that?
very nice. My in-laws have a pool. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So we had a pool party.
Cool.
It was very nice. But I thought of you all because I called in the pizza for the girls.
Old school pizza.
How many guests?
Just like 6 or 7 girls that
Her
she
peers?
knows, her peers and her cousin. And then, it's 4 adults. And I called in the pizza. And you all, well, 2 things I did. First of all, to order her cake, she wanted a cake from a big box store. Well, that was Mom's choice. But we decided to get a large, mass-produced cake from a big box store.
Okay.
And what you do is you choose a design. It's like flowers or balloons or caterpillars or whatever you want. And then you have a message that you write, and they have a sheet that you turn in there at the store, or you can fax them the sheet.
Facts.
Okay. So my wife said, so that I don't have to go over to this big box store, to me, she said one day last week, take this sheet of paper that I've already filled out and fax it from your office. I said, okay. Okay.
On it.
Okay. So I come in today or this was last week, and I said to our engineer Drew, "Where's the fax machine?"
This building got a fax machine?
We don't have a fax machine.
No.
We don't have a fax machine. And I said, "Are you kidding me? We don't have a fax machine?" And he said, "No."
What year is it? Exactly.
Last time I wanted to use a fax machine, we had a fax machine.
When was the last time you wanted to use it?
1998.
Well, yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, I want to fax this picture of my butt to someone.
So I couldn't. So I had to drive it over there. And we were discussing that. I think the reason is they want you to come to the store. Because now, I mean, that's the only way you can do it. Either fax or go to the store.
Right.
And
You can't email because there's no guarantee someone will
I guess that's right.
see and open an email.
And there's no, like, go online and fill it out.
That seems simplest for them. Have a
Yes.
template on their page.
Yes. I think they want you to come to the store. Because at the store, you go in and you drop it into a slot.
Well, and they know you're going to come get it.
Yeah.
And I think if you put up a template and let people just order, they'll be like, I found a better cake that's cheaper. I'm not going to go get
maybe
it.
you're right.
They've already made
Look
it.
at you, Dave.
Ordered it, and they're like, just come in and get it.
That
That's
could be it.
interesting. That might be right.
So it's easier for them.
Remember last week we were reading about grocery store tricks to get you to see the entire store. Well, I had to go through the entire store. I had to drive it over there and go through the entire store to drop it in the slot.
Yeah.
And I bought a couple of things on the way out.
Of course you did.
Yeah, a little almond butter,
Sure.
whatnot. Sure.
How many pizza pies did you have to order?
Well, there we go. I ordered 4 pizzas.
All cheese.
No, so that was the problem. I called it in, and you all have said go online and do it. And I called it in. And I wanted one.
It's him. Hold on. We got to mark the board for when you call.
Hey, it's the guy that called. Yeah. Their phone hadn't rung in a week.
Okay. 2 of the girls like Hawaiian. They like ham and pineapple, as do I. I love that. So we got one of those, and then I wanted a cheese, a pepperoni, and a half cheese, half pepperoni.
Jeez, just buy 2 more.
Boy, that threw him. That threw him like
Yeah,
you
you shouldn't
would
do
not
that.
believe.
Pies.
That's when I went and first I said Hawaiian, and then I said, and I want a cheese and a pepperoni and a half cheese, half pepperoni. And she goes, "You're gonna have to start over now."
Yeah.
She did. She said, "I don't
Half.
know. I can't get that, sir." And I said, so I went through them again. And I ended with a half cheese, half pepperoni. And you would have thought I was ordering in a foreign language. I mean, she's never got it. She could not get it. And then I did the credit card number. I said, let me give you the credit card number. I go all the way through. What is that? 16 digits.
Yeah.
And I get to the end of it. She goes, I missed one number.
Did you ask her which one she missed?
She said, you're going to have to start over because we don't know which one you missed that I missed. And she goes, I only got 15 numbers here.
What are you reading fast? Credit card etiquette is over the phone is very tough.
I'm great at
There's
it.
a pace.
Okay.
I'm great at that.
Yeah, if you got to find a good pace.
I do the first 4. I say, all right, it's 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little
No,
quick.
that's okay.
7,
It depends on if they're typing it or writing it, too.
I thought I was going very slow. For this lady, I went very slowly. I
Okay.
thought 7790.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, try pace.
Then I do a pause, but I got to the very last one, and she goes, I ain't got but 15 digits here. And I said, well, that's it then. It made me think maybe I should go to ordering online.
Here's a fun little side note: whether you're giving a credit card number or just a phone number to someone, or anything like that over the phone. Let's ask Kelly. Ask me like my credit card number.
Well, I need,
Or no, I'll ask you.
Okay.
So give me your credit card number, please.
Okay. 4397 77.
Always.
Yes. Every time.
I never know whether do they pause?
I
Do
know.
they know I'm pausing?
And as somebody who's worked in a business where
Biggie knows.
it is hard you got to have that because some people want to hear the
Yeah, right.
or the yeah, and others just want to keep rolling, and it's always a gamble in which way.
I know. You're right. You're right. That is exactly.
So what's your number?
1524 81.
1524
Is that how it went?
8
Yeah.
8
88196.
8888916.
Exactly. Then you're so right. Plus that whole party, I was on pins and needles anyway because it was 7 14-year-old girls. I mean, the age was 13 to 15. And I was given these instructions. Do not talk to the girls.
Can I ask Kelly who provided these directions to you? Your daughter or your
My wife, my mother figure provided them through. I think my daughter had said. I think they'd gotten together beforehand, and my wife said, "Do not talk to the girls. Do not speak loudly." Apparently, I talked too loudly. Do not compliment their bathing suits. This is a pool party. She goes, whatever you do, do not compliment their bathing suits.
What was that, SpongeBob?
And then,
old for SpongeBob, aren't you?
And then my daughter said, whatever you do, no jokes. Don't make any jokes. And I said, but that's my specialty.
It is.
No, you're not to make any jokes.
No comic relief from you.
No. So I got none of that.
No dad jokes.
No. So that was unfortunate, to me.
Do you think, did you abide by the rules, Kelly?
I did. I stayed away from them mostly.
Do you think they thought you were a cool dad, or you just kind of...
I think I did all right.
Not their dad.
I think I was kind of not their guy because the pool is down at the end of the yard, and I set everything up with camp chairs.
At the grotto?
Yes, down at the grotto. And I set everything up, and then I went back on the deck and just sort of overlooked them. And my daughter wanted me to go inside, and I said, no, I need to be out here in case something happens. But so I sat out there the whole day, and we ate pizza and all that. And I did have a little pizza myself, and I thought,
anybody get sick? Everybody,
everybody had a nice time. Yeah.
Did she get some fun gear?
Yeah, she got a lot of stuff.
What do girls give girls these days?
It was a lot of like plushy stuffed toy type things and gift cards to
makeup stores and clothing.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's basically what she got. And then my wife said, we had a few words before. My wife said, if you're going to have an alcoholic beverage, put it in a solo cup so the girls can't see it. And I said, well, I think I can abstain for a 2-hour girls' pool party from having an alcoholic beverage. And she goes, oh, lucky dog, aren't you? And she said, I take...
As your wife is emptying
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, if somebody's one bottle in.
Yeah. And she goes, well, aren't you, Mr. You're going to abstain. Well, good for you.
I'm pretty sure that's a direct scene from that movie When a Man Loves a Woman.
Is that what the wine
it's a Meg Ryan-driven vehicle.
She said that is a...
So you can go a day without a drink.
And then she said, that's a personal attack on me, and you know that. You know you're attacking me personally. I don't care what you do. And then...
But who puts ice in Chardonnay?
Martha Stewart said that's okay now. Martha Stewart said it's okay to put ice in Chardonnay. You can do that.
Not.
No, she says.
Yeah,
disagree.
I just read that.
Yeah, but she's gone wacky.
Well, she had. Well, she's older now.
High as a kite.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. She's out with Snoop Dogg a lot. And then I said to my wife, maybe I was loading up the van with a ton of stuff, coolers and floats, and because we had to take everything over. They were providing the pool, but we took everything over, as it should be. I mean, they're just hosting us, which was really nice. And I said, maybe we should take 2 cars. And she said, oh, I'm not. No, there's no way.
You're my DD.
Yeah. Girl can't drive.
Yeah. She said, I might have an adult beverage. No, she's not going to drive. She goes, I may have an adult beverage.
Or 2.
Or was already had to.